Hey guys, Ken with Provectus Group, and today we're talking all about how to pick your next rifle. Now, specifically, I'm talking about the AR-15, but there are a lot of things that you need to consider before purchasing it. Make sure you stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Okay, welcome back. When we're talking about rifles, I want to first start with the size, talk about the different sizes of rifles, how they can be applicable to you. Then we're going to jump into the different types of ammunition. When we're talking about AR-15s, some of the ammunition is actually pretty special. And then we're going to talk about the different bags, soft versus hard, and I've got some really nice special bags that makes it where you can pretty much get anywhere you want to go. So let's jump right into this. When we're talking about an AR-15, now this is after the AR pistol days. Right now it's illegal to have an AR-15 that's in pistol form. So I'm going to talk about the three legal types, or the types that you can get without having to make your rifle an SBR, meaning a short barrel rifle. Pretty much anything below 16 inches is going to have to be a short barrel rifle, but there's some ways to get around that. First one is this, a 16-inch rifle. That's pretty much what you're going to find when you're looking for an AR-15 out on the market. That is the standard size. Now, one thing that you're going to have to think about when you're thinking about all of this is, what is your intended purpose? Most people, they're using an AR-15 for self-defense, and that's probably going to occur in the home. So let's get back into these links real quick. First one, 16 inches. The next one is going to be a 14.5, and it's called pinned and welded, meaning that the actual barrel length is going to be 14.5 inches long, and your muzzle device is going to be 1.5 inches long to make up the rest of that 16 inches overall. Then now they have a 13.9 pinned and welded, and then again the rest of the muzzle device, I guess that would be what was the first one, 1.5 inches, so that would be 2.1 with some fast math. I'm probably wrong, but it's all good. But you're gonna have a 2.1 inch muzzle device to get you to that 16 inch. Now, when you're going to pick your rifle, the one thing that I want you to pay attention to is the actual handguard length. And the reasoning why is because for people with long arms, I prefer for you to have a long handguard. And when I'm talking about the handguard, I'm talking about this area from here to here. Again, if you've got long arms, I want you to have a long handguard. Here's the reasoning why. And this is like basic physics. Our support hand is what's going to be grabbing this handguard, and the support hand's job is to direct this muzzle up, down, left, and right. Now, the closer we get this support hand to the muzzle of this rifle, the more control of the rifle we're going to have, and that's extremely important, especially when we're talking about multiple targets and moving from one to the other. Now, you want to make sure you keep that in mind, because a lot of these rifles, they're going to come in different length handguards. You'll have some handguards that are 8 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches, 14 inches. Just always remember, you want your support hand to be as close to this muzzle as possible. That's the reason why you see a full length handguard on here, and it's going all the way to the muzzle device. All right, now there's a lot of other things that you probably need to be considering, but these are the main ones that I like to look at, because most AR-15s are all the same. You just want to make sure that you're buying one that's going to make you legal, make sure it gets up to that 16-inch overall length of the barrel, and you want to pay attention to the handguard length. Remember, you want your support hand as close to the muzzle as possible. Let's move on. All right, now, when we're talking about ammunition for this AR-15, there's going to be three basic types. Your first one is going to be just like on the pistol side. It's a full metal jacket. It's generally designed for practice. And it's also generally designed for you to zero in the gun, practice, get familiar with it, things like that. Also too, your full metal jacket rounds are generally going to be the cheapest rounds that you can purchase for your rifle. So that's full metal jacket. The next one I'm going to talk about is this one here, and this is called a green tip. and it has a steel core on the inside, and it's designed to actually go through certain types of metal. So sometimes you'll hear people refer to it as armor piercing or green tips, but that was its intended purpose. This was a round that was designed for the military, and it was designed, like I said, to go through heavier metals. So that's your green tip. And then lastly, your last common type of round for your AR-15 is going to be a hollow point. This one right here is from Liberty Ammo. It's a Liberty Civil Defense. And when we look at this round and we come in up top here, you'll see a hole in the tip of it, and that is what makes it a hollow point. So what that round is going to do is, after it travels through the air, you're going to shoot it, it's going to travel through the air, and then once it hits whatever you're aiming at, the tip of this round is going to mushroom out. And it's going to mushroom out to about 1.5 times its diameter now. So it's actually going to get bigger in diameter after it hits something. And from a self-defense standpoint, that's what you want. You want the largest diameter bullet moving through whatever it is that you're shooting so that it can stop them as quickly as possible. Let's move on. All right, so we're still talking about rifles, but if we were talking about a pistol, we would be talking about a holster right now. So what's the rifle's holster? Rifle bag. Now, here's what's so special about rifle bags. It's just a bag where you put your rifle in. But let me tell you something. If you're going inside of a public place, like a hotel, you probably don't want to walk in there with a damn rifle in your hand. Just go throw that out there. Some people might find that strange. So it's an excellent idea to have a rifle bag. Plus, you're protecting your investment. But say you're in the rifle bags, but this one's just a little too meh for you. You're like, I want something, a little nicer. Got you covered. You can get something like this, okay? Big, nasty. This was sitting on my garage floor. I bet I got cobwebs all over me. Anyway, this is a hard case. Here's what I like about hard cases. It's going to protect your gun that much better, but what I really love about it is that you can throw all your crap in here and you don't have to worry about it coming out or anything like that. 3, security. Because it's a hard case, I can put locks on this bad boy and it's going to make it very hard for somebody to get in. 4, I love this hard case because this is something that's TSA approved. So if you're doing a little bit of traveling and you're taking your firearms, especially your rifle, it's a great idea to put your rifles and the valuables in something like this that's hard, that you can actually put locks on. And it looks cool. But say this one is not enough. Say you're a little extra fancy. Say you're someone who likes music or thinks that you can sing, or you think you're Garth Brooks, maybe. Then you can get this one. You can play the guitar, whatever you want to do. But this one right here, I really, really like. I really like this one because it gives me all the benefits of the hard case that I just showed you, but it is very incognito. When you walk into any place with the 2 cases that I just showed you, whether it's the soft or the hard, even people who don't own firearms know what a rifle case looks like. When they see this one, they know you have a guitar. What's wonderful about it is ain't no guitar going in here. This is for my rifle. And I love it because it still has the provision so I can lock this thing down. I absolutely love this. So these are the 3 examples that I have. These are the 3 most common examples that you're going to find when it comes to a case and how to responsibly store your firearm, move it around, and all that kind of good stuff. Look, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. We put this together so it can kind of give you an understanding of the things that you need to be thinking about. The things you need to be thinking about regarding the rifle, the ammunition, and how you're going to store it and transport it. Again, I hope you learned something. We love you. Peace.